I've got a D major scale over here. But why it is a D major scale? If you don't know, watch the previous video. But if you already know why it is a D major scale, we can now begin to explore the chords in this lecture. But before talking about the chords, let's discuss what are they. So they are basically two or more notes played together on the piano in a melodic way that it sounds very beautiful. And how we create that beautiful chords is by using a formula. Basically, there are two types of chord. The first type of chord is a major chord. The second type of chord is a minor chord. For example, let's take a D note over here. And this is our root note, or you can say the bass note. So for drawing a D major chord, we have to use the formula 4-3. So how to implement this right now? So what you need to do is just count the half steps. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And here you have the second note of the chord. To find the third note of the chord, you have to go 3 half step up. 1, 2, 3. And the chord I have formed here is called a D major chord. Let's play this. Let's take this aside for a second and let me draw you a D minor chord. The formula of D minor chord is 3-4. So how to draw this? Let's take a D note over here and let's go 1, 2, 3. And let's go 4 half step up from this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here we have a D minor chord. And this was a D major chord. As you can notice, both the upper note and the lower note are the same. What makes the difference in the sound is only the middle note. So from this knowledge, you got to the point, if a chord follows a 3-4 pattern, it is a minor chord like this. And if a chord follows a 4-3 pattern, it is a major chord like this. So that's okay. We now know about the major chord and the minor chord. But why we should use scale? So the reason behind using scale is very simple. That if we draw a melody or a chord using only the notes that are in our scale, our melody or chord will never sound off tune, will never sound off scale. So that's why we need to use the scale, which means every note we place in a melody or a chord, the note needs to be on a specific scale, and if it's not in a specific scale, then it will sound ugly. Let me show you. So let me select this small portion over here and let me just press random notes. I'm not looking at the scale, just pressing the random notes. Let me play this. As you can see, it sounds super bad. But if I fix some notes over here, for example, this note is not in our scale, so let's put it 1 half step down. And this note also is not on our scale, so let's put 1 half step up. Now let's listen to this again. As you can see, this is the magic of using scale. But if you are thinking like scale is only 1 octave thing, then you are wrong. We can of course copy this scale to another octave, but make sure the root note stays the same. Now let's try to draw some chords or maybe some melodies. Let's draw something at least. So I'm gonna draw some chords over here, but I will only use the notes provided in my scale. So let's begin. One thing you can do with your chords to make it more emotional is that just select the middle note of your chord and take them 1 octave up. So we have this thing. But if you think that was cheating, then definitely it wasn't, because I just placed the note 1 octave up, but I didn't change the key of our note. We can also draw some melody over here. Let's copy this 1 octave up as well, so we can add some higher melody over here. And let's see what we can draw. But make sure use only the notes provided in our scale. As you can see, I have drawn this melody in front of you all, and it doesn't sound off key, or you can say off tune at all, because I followed only the notes that are provided in my scale, that is our major scale. But it's not the end of our class, because there is one more type of scale we need to discover, that is the most emotional and widely used scale, that is the minor scale. So let's discuss about that in our next video.